Welcome back everyone, it's me Raed Ahsan here, and in the last episode we successfully exploited a vulnerability in Metasploitable using Metasploit and gained the shell access. But hold on, before an ethical hacker reaches that stage, there's an extremely important step, and that's called the vulnerability scanning and triage. Today I'm going to show you how professionals identify, prioritize, and safely validate weaknesses in target systems using open source and enterprise grade scanners. So we are going to start with the simple. Let me take it from here. So we'll start with Nikto and Nuclei for web and template-based scans, and then move into OpenVAS, Greenbone, and Nessus for network-wide assessments. You will learn how to run scan responsibly inside your lab, how to interpret results, cut through false positives, and spot what truly matters, and how to build a short triage workflow to decide which vulnerabilities are worth manual verification or exploitation. Everything shown here is done on a contained Metasploitable lab. Never run these tools on real or production systems without written authorization. By the end of this video, you will know how to go from hundreds of scan results down to 2 or 3 issues that actually matter for exploitation and for reporting. So today's tools are Nikto, Nuclei, OpenVAS, and which is also called the GVM, and Nessus. I'll demo each briefly, show a typical output line you should save for reporting, and explain where each tool fits into a real pentest workflow. First up, we have Nikto. Nikto is a fast web-focused scanner that finds server misconfigurations, default files, and outdated software. It's noisy but invaluable for initial triage. Now here you can see I'm entering the command Nikto tag h followed by the target URL and output Nikto underscore report.txt, which means that I'm saving my output to a report.txt that I can add as an evidence in my report. Here, as you can see, the Nikto has found /phpMyAdmin, and that's an informational finding. Next step is to validate whether phpMyAdmin is reachable and whether default credentials are present or not, but only in a lab. Next on the list, we have Nuclei, a template-driven scanner that's fast and ideal for large scan triage or CI integration. Always update the templates of Nuclei before a run. Nuclei update templates keep signature fresh, and the tag T points to a templates directory, and O writes concise output, great for automation. Nuclei output usually includes a template name and often a CVE. Coming to OpenVAS Greenbone, this is a full-featured vulnerability manager for deeper authenticator scanning and scheduling. It's heavier but gives context, CV mapping, and remediation and guidance as well. To run GVM in the lab, install and start the service, which is the distribution dependent, and example quick start that might work on some distros, which is sudo GVM setup and sudo GVM start. Then open the web UI at the local host with the port number as 9392 and create a target, add credential for authenticated scans, and then run the task. Authenticated scans let GVM check installed packages and patch status, which are very useful for discovering missing OS patches or insecure configs that scanners like Nikto miss. Export reports as PDF or XML for your evidence folder. Coming to Nessus here. Nessus is a commercial scanner many enterprises use, and workflow is similar to GVM. Create a scan policy, run the credential scan if needed, and export the report to PDF, CSV for reporting. I won't run Nessus here, but remember the workflow is identical and identify credential, scan, and export. This is the entire workflow. So the recommended workflow is first run fast web triage, Nikto and Nuclei as I mentioned above, then Nmap plus Nuclei for service-based triage, and then run the GVM or Nessus for authenticated scans and for prioritized host. Save machine-readable outputs from each scan, and these will be the files that you can use as an evidence in your reporting. In the next video, we'll convert these raw outputs into validated findings and apply triage so you know what to exploit and report. See you in the next video.